What's up, you guys? Devin back here. Welcome to the new channel. This is Coding with Dev. So, basically, in this channel, I just want to talk about coding and my journey going into being a coder. And in this particular video, what I want to talk about is how anyone can learn to code. If I can learn to code, anyone can code. Your mom could code. Your grandma could code. Your dog could code. Well, maybe not your dog, but so you guys probably already saw it in the what? So you guys probably already saw it in the first shot, but I did make this right here just because I want to reiterate that anyone can code. But my audio here is horrible, so let's jump over here to my computer.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the wide spectrum inside, outside, and round and round. In today's video, I'd love to talk to you about why everyone can code. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what background you come from. Anyone and everyone can learn to code. So first, what I want to start off by doing is talking to you about this great thing that we have called the internet. So the internet allows you to look up a plethora of things that you would not be able to do maybe 40, 50 years ago. 40, 50 years ago, you'd have to walk to a library in order to learn anything. Anything you wanted to learn, you'd have to go to a library, pick up a book, read through the book, comb through the book, find information that's useful to you, and then go back and then try to apply that information. If you were able to actually rent the book, like take it with you, take it home, if you did that, you'd only have a certain amount of time to use that book. So let's say 7 days. They allow you to keep the book for 7 days. That's all the time that you have with that book, and then you have to return that book. We're living in a day and age now where you can literally pull up anything just by typing in keywords. Google is your friend. You can look up anything that you want to in this world. Do you want to learn how to do Pilates? I don't even know what Pilates are. You can learn how to do Pilates. How to do Pilates. That's all you have to do is just type it in. Bam, video right here, teaching you how to do Pilates. You can look up anything in this day and age. And honestly, at this point, it becomes whether you have the will to learn versus can you access that information. Now, of course, that's a very wide statement because there are people who don't have internet, who don't have access to computers, and who don't have access to phones. But if you're watching this YouTube video right now, then you have access to a computer. You have access to the internet, and you can be learning to code right now as we speak. Now, what I specifically want to talk about today is becoming a web developer. And not just any web developer, more specifically a front-end web developer. What are some resources that you can use to become a web developer? Well, you have things like Team Treehouse. So Team Treehouse is a paid program, and they allow you to, you just pay $25 a month. They allow you to learn different parts of web development. And more specifically, they allow you to learn front-end web development, which is exactly what we're looking at today, because front end is probably the easiest way to get into a tech background. So Team Treehouse will offer you interactive quizzes, code challenges, learning tracks, a wide catalog of different videos for you to watch with different topics to cover and things like that. This will probably be one of my first choices when it comes to learning to code. Now, you can also argue that maybe you should go to school to learn to code. And me personally, I feel like it's okay to go to school. It's okay to go to school as long as you won't have outstanding debt once you get out. Because going to school is a life-changing experience that I believe can create new perspectives on different things that you're doing. It can help you create new relationships that'll help you later on in life as far as getting jobs. It can help you with a wide majority of things that doing things on your own won't necessarily. You can still do it, but it'll be harder to do it. So if you can go to school and come out with little to no debt, by all means go to school. However, if you have to pay a lot of money for school, or you lost your scholarships and things like that, and school is now more expensive than you can actually afford, or let's just say you have medical expenses that you have to pay now and you can't really afford school anymore. Or let's say you've already graduated and you don't have time to waste another 4 years learning. Doing things like Team Treehouse would be very beneficial. Now, some of you may be saying, well, that's $25 a month. That's $49 a month. That's $200 a month. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have money to put into this right now. Well, you've come to the right place, because next we have Free Code Camp. So Free Code Camp is a free learning environment that allows you to learn a wide majority of things. But what we're focusing on, of course, as I've said before, is web design or front-end web development. So what you'll be learning is HTML, CSS, and eventually you'll get to JavaScript. So when you're looking at Free Code Camp, I want you to think, as you're going through the different steps on Free Code Camp, I want you to think about creating your own projects from the things that you learn in here. Now, you may be asking, how would I create projects? You can use Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code is an IDE. It is a very popular IDE that allows you to write down your code, and it processes it and generates what exactly you are writing on that screen. So I would use Visual Studio Code after learning some of the basic HTML as well as basic CSS, and begin to try to make just very basic websites based on what you learn on here. The key when doing this is that whenever you're applying what you're actually learning, you're more likely to retain that information. You're more likely to learn more, because you'll come across problems while you're creating things that you'll end up Googling, which is a very important thing that you'll need to learn for being any type of developer, because Googling is your best friend. Google is your best friend. It will teach you anything that you want to know. And then lastly, after you learn your HTML and CSS and you're building just very basic websites, you'll move on to learn JavaScript. Now, JavaScript provides the functionality for the website. HTML is the skeleton of the website, and CSS is the styling of the website. So what does that mean? Let's put that in perspective real quick. All right, so this is a website that I've just recently built. This website has HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if I pull up the inspection tool, okay. So if I remove the CSS, this is just HTML now. This is only the HTML of the website. And as you can see, it looks horrible. It looks absolutely horrible. But that's what the CSS is for. So the CSS will basically create the styling for the actual page. The JavaScript does the functionality things, such as this right here, this bar coming over to the side and showing the different things. And I can scroll down. Whenever I go to the top of the page, you'll see a pop-up that tells you, hey, you're leaving. How about a 10% discount? So these different things are JavaScript, things that add functionality to your website. Basically, if you didn't get anything else from this video, what I really want to make sure that you understand is that anyone can learn to code. It's entirely possible. There are even other resources that you can use, like the Odin project. This is also for front end. It'll teach you HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I believe they have a focus on Ruby. So that's another resource that you can use, and it's entirely free as well. So there are ways for you to learn. It's just a matter of, are you willing to get out there and do it? So before I end this video, I just want to leave you all with this quote, because I believe that this quote really defines everyone. There are two kinds of people in this world. You have the people who complain about their problems, and the people who get up and do something about them. I wholeheartedly believe that. If you are in the space right now where you feel like all you do is complain about your problems, now is the time for you to get up and start doing something about them. You can get up and you can learn anything that you want to learn simply by taking that first step. It won't be easy. I'll be honest with you. It won't be easy. But if you get up and take that first step and you get up and show up every day, it's entirely possible. If you like this video, make sure that you like the video, make sure that you subscribe, and make sure that you go down and comment. I just want you to tell me what are some things that you feel like I probably missed in this video. What are some free resources that you would have mentioned? And that's pretty much it for this video. So peace.